You call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking gambling degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Well, hello, you degenerate fucks, and welcome to the Degenerate Gambler. It is Thursday, the 5th of May. Just here, another episode. Looking forward to the weekend. Fixtures are getting less and less, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, I'll first go look at last week. So, last weekend was one of those weekends for me where everything was close but no cigar. Well, not every bet, but most of my bets. Uh, I did have some good luck on the horses, thanks to Matt Brocklebank and also Ben Linfoot, and both of the Sport and Life. I have mentioned this before that I don't bet on horse racing a lot, but when I do, I usually follow their tips. They usually offer big prices, value bets they call them. Um, so no real favourites. And I managed to get, I think it was two up and placed. And the other ones that he did were very, very unlucky not to be placed. He actually, Matt Brocklebank picked an 80-1 each way bet that finished fifth, but it was paying for the top four places. So he was basically like bad neck from getting an 80-1 place, which would have been somewhere in the region of like 17-1. So I think I had like £2 each way on, or £1 each way even. I think it was £2 each way. Um, so you got like 40 quid back there or something like that for that £2. So anyway, they're worth following. As I say, I do post them from time to time. I have been asked to post more of them, which I will do, but just always remember they're not my selections, and I know very little about horse racing. But as I say, I do. That was the 1,000 and the 2,000 guineas, so the bigger meetings. I'll have a little punt on it. But anyway, get to the bets. So main bet last week, Blackpool done it out. The other teams, Forest won, Swindon won, Halifax won, Keelty Hearts won. The Blackpool game, I'd said this on Twitter, and a few of my followers had said, and I mentioned it last week on the podcast. That was Derby's first away point, never mind win, in 10 games. They had lost 10 straight, and then they go and beat Blackpool. What was it? It was a 2-0 or maybe even 3-0. So easy. The overs bet wasn't great either. Had a couple up and a couple beat. I think I had two or three of them up. I did two bets early. So I did the Bet365 are doing obviously the Super Boost now. Well, did it last week anyway. And it was Salah, but I put it didn't say about the max bet. It just said max bet applies, but it didn't tell you how much it was. So I put £20 in to put £20 on Salah. It wouldn't let me. It only let me put 10 on. So I had a spare tenner that I had already lodged. So I ended up doing the whole of League One over 1.5. And Sunderland was the only game. It was 1-0 that beat it. I also did an early bet before, obviously, I said I was going to do an early bet because of League One being all early games. And I made 5 selections, I think it was. And it was all up, except I had Oxford Doncaster over 2s, and it was 1 each. So two very close ones there, plus the main bet was close, so it was, a bit of a frustrating Saturday where the football was concerned. But to be fair, like I said, I did get £52 on one horse, 55 on another, 18 on a place. Then I got the Salah bet. Well, the Salah bet was funny because originally they voided the bet, but then when I checked my account later, they had paid me. Then they took it back off me, and then I got a message a few hours later saying that as a gesture of goodwill, they're going to pay it because Salah did come on and have a shot on target even though he didn't start. But also because it was voided, I went on and I placed the alternative selection, which they went to Mane, which was 21-20. So it was 10-11 or 11-10 it was because I put a 10 on it and got 21 back. So altogether there's 52, 55, 20, 21 and 18. I think it worked out somewhere in the region of 140, 160 quid. Yeah, it was about 160. So listen, I'm not going to complain. I wasn't happy with my football bets, but if I take winning 160 quid, I'm not really going to complain too much. Sunday's bet, 3 up to beat Chelsea, which was crazy that Everton won, and Everton were 4-1. Had AC Milan who won, Sporting Lisbon over twos, that was up. Young Boys over twos, that was up. And then I had both to score and over twos in the Marseille-Lyon match, which was 3-0, I think, to Lyon. So just a Marseille goal. Beat that, well, stop that selection. So we'll say a weekend of close but no cigar type bets. Horses were doing the business. So uh, the favourites, so looking at last week's favourites, was 52 games in the sort of English leagues up to the National League. So in the Premier League, there was 9 games, 5 favourites won. There wasn't a single draw, and 4 outsiders won. In the Championship, there was 10 games. Now, this is a big number for the Championship. 7 favourites won, 1 draw, and 2 outsiders, which is really good for the Championship. League One, which was the last game of the season, 10 favourites won, and 2 draws, no outsider won. And that in the bet I did on the early bet, I had Wigan, Rotherham, Wickham, all who were favourites, who were all going for either to get promoted, win the league type thing. So that kind of went with form. League Two, there was 10 games, only 4 favourites, 3 draws, 3 outsiders. The National League, there was 11 games, 5 favourites, 3 draws, and 3 outsiders won. In total, that was 31 games, or 31 favourites, 9 draws, 12 outsiders. And that was out of 52 games, which worked out at 59%, which last week it was 64%, which is quite high. 59 is reasonably high too. But as I say, like when it's around that 60, 65, you know, that's what I'm saying, you should be getting a bet up, but most of the favourites are winning. So it's a wee bit easier. So yeah, that was last week. Looking ahead to this week, so we're getting to that point of the season. It's towards the end of the season. I mean, even this midweek, there hasn't been a lot on. I haven't done a bet yet. I would have done a bet on the Champions League because there's a free fiver on the Madrid match. That's about the only thing I've done. I've done a bet on Monday because there was football on. But the midweeks are starting to die off because, it's only games or teams who have games in hand playing. Then there's the promotion relegation games from Scottish lower leagues and stuff, from Scottish Premier. Actually, it's not even Scottish Premier, Scottish Championship, Scottish League One, Scottish League Two, and the Northern Ireland Premier League promotion relegation. So they're hard matches to call. They're not, I'm just not feeling it, to be honest with you. And this week, I've only picked one bet because League One's gone, which was a great league for overs. League Two, it's the last day of the season. So, and also the Championship's last day of the season. So, I don't like League Two for overs, at least not recently anyway. So I'm trying to pick an overs bet, and I'm struggling. So I've made a decision. I'm just gonna pick one bet. I've actually got 6 selections here, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. I might do a tenner on the 5 most favourite, and then a fiver on all 6 of them. I know it's strange to do that, but as I say, at the minute I sort of can't really pick which one I want to leave out. So I might do a wee fiver on all 6 of them. But anyway, also I'll probably do over 1.5 on all the Championship to be over 1.5. And then I'll have an early bet as well, which will be in the Championship, just teams to win over 2, whatever, just out of the 12 games. The reason why I'm not doing a bet of all the League One or League Two over 1.5 is that I've got a team in here from League Two. Actually, I've got 2 games in League Two, so I don't want to be crossing over the bets. I just rather. I mean, I'm saying this, and it may come to 3 o'clock on Saturday, and I might end up doing all of League One over 1.5. Who knows? But as I say, I've only picked the one main bet, which is teams to win. And I say I'll get to that now. So, first team this week is Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace are at home to Watford. Palace currently 12th in the table. Obviously, Watford are 19th. Palace not in amazing form, only 7 points from 15. Watford haven't got a point, So they've lost 5 in a row, which does concern me because they'll be due something. But home form, Palace unbeaten in 5, 3 wins, 2 draws. One of those draws being against City. And Watford away, they have got 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 defeats away from home. But I think Palace are basically just doomed Watford are just doomed that they are relegated. So I can't see them giving Palace too many problems. Next is Northampton in the League Two. Northampton currently sitting third in the promotion, automatic promotion, but they could be caught by, I think, two of the teams. They could be caught by Bristol Rovers, and they could be caught by Mansfield. So they need to win because Bristol Rovers are on 77, Northampton's on 77, and Mansfield is on 76. So, technically, if they lose and Bristol Rovers and Mansfield win, they could go above them. So they need that win. Sorry, I didn't give the price. Sorry, the price on the Palace one is 7-11. I haven't done the decimal, so apologies. Northampton are actually 4-6 against Barrow. As I say, looking at the form, they're actually second in form, 11 points. Barrow on way on down. Barrow, not poor form. Their home form, they've actually won their last 2 at home. But I mean, again, they're not relegated. They've nothing to play for. That could go either way. That could mean they go out and win 4-0, or it could mean that the players are already on the beach. But they have won their last 2 home games, which is a concern. But Northampton have won 3 out of 5 away from home, and as I say, they really have something to go out and play for. So that's that selection, as I say, and that's 4-6. Next one, also in League Two, is Swindon. Swindon are away to Walsall, and the price on that one is 7-10. Swindon currently hold the last playoff position on 74 points. Sutton, Tranmere, Salford, no, just Sutton and Tranmere, who have 73 and 72 points, could overtake them. So again, they need that win. They're actually in the best form in the league. They've got 12 points. They're actually a point above Northampton in form. Walsall, not bad, 7 points in the last 5 games. Walsall, again, not getting relegated, sitting 15th in the league. Not much to play for. Walsall's overall home form hasn't been great this season, so I'm also banking on that. But the recent form is good. They have actually won 4 out of 5 at home. So that is, that's good form. But again, like I say, Swindon, who have only won their last 2 away from home and then a draw and 2 defeats, they're going out there knowing that if they don't win this game, there's a good chance that one of those teams below them is going to overtake them, with it being, it's basically 74, 73, 72. So again, any poor result, even a draw, could knock them out of the race for promotion. Sutton are favourites. They play Harrogate, so they're favourites to win that game, which is, now Tranmere have a harder game. They play Leyton Orient, and that's pretty much even odds. Both teams pretty close to each other. So, like I said, one of those teams is going to get a result. So Swindon know if they want to get promoted, they have to, or say promoted, into the playoffs, that they have to win that game. Next, Halifax. Halifax in the National League. Back them last week. They're very good at home. They're third again in that semi-final spot. Again, very close to Solihull Moors, so they want to keep winning to keep that automatic semi-final spot. Aldershot are like 20th, 8 points off going down, which I don't think they're going to get caught on. They have a game in hand. Halifax form not great. A decent 10 points in the last 15. Aldershot only 5 points, but their home record is immaculate. It's 4 wins and a draw in the last 5, whereas Aldershot have only got 1 win, 2 draws, and 2 defeats in the last 5. So, price on that one is 7-11. And lastly, but this was the 5th pick, which was Notts County. Notts County at home to Altrincham. Currently, Notts County